there, folks, and welcome back to the Paintcast. It's been a couple of weeks since we did our last one. Stu was very busy with work, so I wanted to wait until he got back for that. But he is here, and he is fed up with his work, probably. I don't know. But anyway, welcome, Stu, to the Paintcast again, and another day of hell on Earth.
I'm fed up with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Probably, what is that? Did you draw that pomegranate?
Did I draw a pomegranate? What are you talking about?
The pomegranate that was on the screen a minute ago. Did you draw that?
That's a woman, Stu.
No, it wasn't a woman. It even said pomegranate. Before.
Oh, this one here? This one here. Yeah. I didn't draw that. No,
it looks like you did because it's
no,
not good quality.
It's not good quality. For whatever reason, this is the very first paint program that they made, and these are all like shit. They look like they're done by like 12-year-olds, but I don't know. It was their experimental stage, I guess. As you go through the games, they got better and better. But yeah, no, that's exactly the case. I'm just gonna adjust something here. Go away. Okay.
How are you been? How you doing?
Better than the U.S. right now.
Well, where the U.S. goes, virtually the rest of the world sort of follows. My wife was saying to me, like, the price of gold is like going up and up, and she's like, why? And then like my family who lives in Israel is like noticing that the shekel is going up a lot compared to the dollar, and they're like, why? And I'm like, well, it's very simple. Like, people don't have trust in the dollar, or at least the U.S. dollar right now, because the stock market's doing well and stuff like that, but like there's so much uncertainty, and everything is like up in the air. Like, who wants to invest in the U.S. at the moment? Like, I wouldn't divide a choice. So what do you expect? Gold is going up because there's rich people who like want to put their money somewhere and they buy gold. That's not necessarily me, but I'm not like going to buy a gold brick or something like that. There are some people that do stuff like that. I heard a story also where someone bought a gold brick and then they got robbed from their house, so that was not necessarily the best decision. But anyway, the economy, the world is like in crap, and I complained to you before this started that I'm trying to get this Spectrum game running, and I have all sorts of issues with that, and that's like the most frustrating. Can I curse? I don't know why I'm even asking you, but like, it's the most frustrating fucking thing in the whole world. It's
I know.
Everything else.
I know. So when I was a kid, I would always get new PC games, and my PC was not like state of the art or anything like that. It was basically a home office computer that we kind of converted into I think what ended up happening was my mom got a better computer for her office, and so they gave me their old computer when I was a kid, and so I used it for video games, obviously, and so I would buy the latest games. I would like either save up money from work, or I would just get them from my folks or whatever when they went out shopping or whatever. And I would bring them home, and then I would have to spend like days trying to get these fucking games to work on my computer because they never worked. None of them. Half the time they were like, oh no, it would crash or this and that and the other thing. I remember Sierra games. Some of them I had to use boot discs for. So it was a mess. Thankfully,
DOS games were a pain, particularly because of like not having enough memory and stuff like that. But like games on cassettes are the absolute worst, and that's what like a lot of games that were sold out of the U.S. and out of Canada, like in Europe. There were a lot of stuff that was sold on cassette tapes, and the nice thing about cassette tapes is that you don't really need special hardware to load them. They're just cassette tapes, and
Yeah.
they don't really degrade. They do degrade if you don't rewind the tape and you like some schmuck left it in the middle of the tape for the last 40 years, then like the place where it was stuck in the middle of the tape is going to have like some degradation. But generally, they hold up pretty well. The problem is they're very, very, very sensitive to volume of how you load it and stuff like that. So unless you know the exact settings to load it on, like it's really hard to get them to run sometimes.
Yeah.
And it just like I want to like once you get to run, it's always like, oh my god, it's working.
It's like you've accomplished a miracle whenever you get it to run. Yeah.
Right, but meanwhile, I spent like 6 hours getting it to work, and then it's like people are always like, well, why don't you just download the file that somebody else dumped? And I'm like, I could do that, but what's the point of having the physical media if I can't run off the physical media that I have? I'm crazy, basically, is the bottom line. That's the conclusion.
Well, I already knew that. That's why you're perfect for this podcast.
I think everybody here knew that already too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, don't worry. But yeah, no. So, how's the weather?
The weather is horrible too.
Yeah.
So if we didn't have another problem here, the weather is also a disaster.
Yes.
It's right now in New Jersey about a foot of snow, and there's more coming down. It's supposed to come down like tomorrow. Probably other places even worse. Luckily it's Sunday, so like don't have to go anywhere today, or tomorrow really. But at some point we're gonna have to shovel out this massive dump of snow here. I mean, listen, it could be worse. Thank God I got power. And also like, that's all that's not gonna happen. We have power. We have heat. Oh, the heat is really struggling.
That would be kind of funny. As soon as you said we have power, your power goes out. Well, I'm like, Stu?
It would be slightly amusing, but it would not be really funny.
No.
But yeah, I sort of like am feeling like that's where we are right now. But
yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's really, really cold. I'm wearing a jacket, I'm wearing pants. I never wear pants. Pants in my house is like unusual. Jacket for me in my house is like, end times. It's like very, very unusual. So
it's like the final episode of Jim Henson's Dinosaurs. You're just huddled around in winter coats.
It's really cold out, man. So anyway, well, I'll survive it, but it's definitely not fun. How's the weather over here in Canada?
It's cold, yes, but we don't have any. I mean, we have snow, but we don't have any snow falling. Not yet. We had the storm that you guys are getting, the winter storm, like a couple of days ago, and it was pretty bad. It was full of whiteouts. It was during the day, and I think it happened on like Monday, and it was just a pure whiteout. Like you couldn't see anything.
Well, that's not good. But obviously you survived it, so that is a good thing.
Well, I don't have a car. I just stayed home. I don't need a car. So where I live, I'm right in downtown. Everything's like a 2-second walk away from me.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I don't really need a vehicle. But yeah, where to start with the state of the world? The thing that really confused me was, so I don't know if you ever saw this clip. I think it was, I don't remember what news it was on or anything, but it wasn't AI generated. It was an actual clip of a reporter telling Trump, oh, Canada's doing a trade deal with China. And then Trump says, oh, that's good. They should do a trade deal with China and blah, 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 whatever. And he's like, that's great. I support that. 3 days later, he's like, if Canada does a deal with China, we're going to tariff them 100% on everything. So I'm like, what happened between 3 days ago and now? It doesn't...
Initial just sort of reaction versus
no, what I think it is, my opinion is that JD Vance is actually running the show, and it's not Trump. Trump just does whatever JD tells him to do. I think that guy's the psycho you need to be careful of. He even looks like a psychopath. He even looks like a psychopath. Do you ever see him smiling ever in any shots of anything? That
Yeah,
guy always has a scowl on his face and looks like he wants to fuck the world.
he definitely looks a little bit strange. And he was also the guy, if you remember that thing that happened in the White House with Zelensky, like a while ago. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they sort of humiliated him and made him say like they're like you're not doing a good enough job and whatever else. They like sort of embarrassed him in the White House.
Embarrassed
You know what I'm
him
talking about?
specifically? Him?
They embarrassed Zelensky. It's
Oh.
basically like, do you know what we're talking about or no?
Vaguely, the name sounds familiar.
Zelensky is the president of Ukraine.
Oh wait, yes. You're talking about when Zelensky was in the White House with Trump.
Right.
And then he
That's the one that was like instigating it and saying like, you're not really being very thankful to President Trump here, like that type of thing.
yes, and then Zelensky goes, "What are you talking about? I'm thankful."
All right, yeah. Like
Yeah,
you didn't kiss his ass enough. Like I'll start kissing right now. Like
yeah.
no, that's not good
Get
enough.
it's like that episode of the episode of Game of Thrones. Get down, kiss my ring, okay? Then we can talk.
Basically,
But
yeah.
it's ridiculous. So now he's doing 100% tariffs on everything Canadian because we're dealing with China. And then he kept on saying China's gonna ruin Canada. Trust me, we've dealt with China. China's gonna destroy the world. And he's like, it's like, dude, all you're doing right now is burying any chance of the U.S. ever dealing trades with China ever. Because China, do you think the Chinese president is just sitting by and going, "Oh, that's fine, you can say whatever"? No, of course not. The Chinese president is probably going like, "Well, fuck you."
Probably.
Yeah, I'll guarantee. And
That must be,
I don't understand what he's doing good for America. I've make America great again. What have you done that's made America great again? I'm confused. I don't know what's been done that's made America great again.
I don't think he really does very much of anything.
No,
Especially
and
that he's a powerful person.
this is somebody else's opinion, not mine. But I had a talk with. I don't want to mention it's family member, but I don't want to mention names or anything like that. But
Uncle Joe.
basically, Uncle Joe, Uncle Bob from Terminator 2.
Oh, Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Full stop.
Shithole country. I agree. Okay. Anyway, but jokes aside, but yeah.
Can you
So
do me a favor before you continue that thought? Can you let me into the share play because
oh shit, I am so sorry.
no, it's okay. I can still see the Paintcast like a little bit lagged, but like I'm sick and tired of hearing the PlayStation annoying music in the background.
No. There you go. But you're gonna hear the music from this game. So what's the
was probably better than the PlayStation music.
Anyway, thank you for being here. Always asleep. My apologies for not saying that sooner. I hope the weather is decent where you live. Wait, you live in Canada. Never mind. Your weather is probably just like mine. Just a lot of snow, but no snow falling. But yeah. Oh my God. So what else did he do? So 100% tariffs on Canada because we're dealing with China.
Yeah, but Canada's
We're dealing with China and he's not. You can't even say China, right?
he actually is 100% tariffs actually in effect? Or is it just like a threat that he makes? Seems like he says stuff.
No, it's so far it's
change my mind.
so far it's a threat that he's made. He hasn't followed through on it yet, I don't think. Hey James, how you doing, man? Hopefully the weather is good where you live, and you're not dealing with the whiteout that most of America is dealing with right now. But what else? Oh yeah. So family members. So they believe they've been following where Trump is sending ice, and they said that it's kind of ironic that they're sending ice
Hi.
to places. Hey, Eye on the World, welcome. It's kind of funny that they're sending ICE agents to places that didn't vote for Trump. That's what she thought was really funny because they were following that. I just said she, but anyway, they were following that, and they're like, well, wait a minute, all the places where all these ICE agents are being sent are places that didn't vote for Trump,
Yeah,
that
but
had the minority.
there's actually a reason for that because basically the places that they're sending the ICE agents to, for the most part, well, first of all, by default, they have to be places where there's lots of immigrants, right? And those are a lot of the places that didn't vote for Trump, just, statistically speaking. Second of all, a lot of those places are like places where they were like, we're sanctuary cities. We're not going to let ICE in here. You can be whatever illegally
Trump's
you want,
Gestapo, basically.
and we don't care.
I was
And
about to
like,
say that. It is
and
Trump's
also,
Gestapo.
and also people, like like governors and mayors who basically called out Trump and were like, we're going to resist you and stuff like that. So because because those populations voted against him basically in general. So I'm saying that there's two reasons for it. One is because those are the people that where those populations are, first of all, and second of all, those people that told Trump like we're going to resist you, that probably just set him off and made him like, oh, you're going to resist me? I'm going to send people specifically to bother you. You know
I'm
what I
gonna.
mean?
I want to bring something up. Still on topic. I'm gonna read a statement, but first, before I do that, I'm gonna say what Trump said. So what Trump said in regards to the recent shooting by ICE by Alex Jeffrey Pretty is the recent victim. And Trump said, well, he had a gun on him. No people who carry guns are allowed to live because they're terrorists. That's basically what he said. Basically what he said. And then we got a statement from Michael and Susan, who are Alex Jeffrey Pretty's parents. And so they said, we are heartbroken, but also very angry. Alex was a kind hearted soul who cared deeply for his family and friends, and also the American veterans whom he cared for as an ICU nurse at the Minneapolis VA hospital. Alex wanted to make a difference in this world. Unfortunately, he will not be with us to see his impact. I do
There's a
not
guy that was killed recently.
Yes, I do not throw around the hero term lightly. However, his last thought and act was to protect a woman. The sickening lies told about our son by the administration are reprehensible and disgusting. Alex is clearly not holding a gun when attacked by Trump's murdering and cowardly ICE agents. He had his phone in his right hand, and his empty left hand is raised above his head while trying to protect the woman ICE just pushed down, all while being pepper sprayed. Please get the fucking truth out about our son. He was a good man. Thank you.
They were fucking.
Yeah, what?
They were fucking in their statement.
Yeah, well, they're angry. Of course.
No, I hear it, but it's just interesting.
Dude, wouldn't you be angry if
Of course,
your kid was shot?
Of course, I'd be angry. I don't know if I'd write if I'd write a statement about it. If I'd curse though, about my kids.
Well, they censored it. They didn't put.
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
Oh yeah, just asterisk. But
So
anyway,
Imagine not being angry that people are being murdered in the streets.
So to be honest, I heard about the woman who was killed like a week or so ago, that she was in her car.
Yes,
And
and she
something
joked
good.
with the ICE agents, and the ICE agents decided to shoot her.
They were like they said she was like trying to drive her over, to drive them over or something
No,
like that.
did you
There was
ever
no
watch the
actual.
actual? Did you ever
No, I'm
watch
saying
the actual video?
I didn't, but I read that there was no actual, that
She
wasn't
didn't try
actually
to.
happening.
She didn't try to drive
That's
them
what they
over.
that's what they claimed. I'm just saying that was their excuse.
That
What
was
happened with
Trump
this other
said
person?
that.
Because I didn't really like read about it, to be honest. Can you tell me like what happened with this person?
I didn't actually see the video, but I heard about it. Obviously, it's all over the media. He was leaving, I think, a hospital or something where he worked, and he saw a woman being harassed by ICE agents, and they pepper sprayed her or something like that. And he stepped in to try to calm the situation down. He didn't like pull out a gun or anything that Trump is saying. He had a cell phone on him, but he wasn't like phoning anybody. I think he was probably before he came out, maybe checking text messages or something. So he still had the phone in his hand. But then Trump, I'm assuming Trump likes to doctor images. I'm sure you guys know that. If you follow him on socials, he makes a lot of AI generated shit. So at some point, some idiot in his cabinet said, "Oh, Trump, this is how you use ChatGPT." So now he just generates everything he wants. I mean, there's ridiculous AI generation he shared recently about You know what? I'm going to share it to the group.
He's
If you
all
guys
just like his brain.
if you guys are a part of Stu's Discord group, I'll share it in there. But basically, he posted this horrible photo of what he wants the world to look like after he's done conquering it and attacking most places in the world. And
We guessed like United States is the whole thing or something.
most, yeah. The Western Hemisphere is all going to belong to the U.S., he said, by the end of the year. He's going to make sure, and if they don't comply, he's going to bomb them, is what he recently said. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't know. And the worst part about all of this is that nobody can stop him because he replaced everybody in his cabinet and all that. You know, everybody has been replaced by pathetic yes men in the United States. So there's nobody to oppose him. He's basically the next Adolf Hitler.
I mean, he can still be stopped because he could be impeached.
By who? Who's going to impeach him?
Congress.
Everybody's on his side. No, but everybody in Congress was replaced by his yes men. So who's going to replace him?
He can't replace any Congress. He can't replace Congress people. Like, I mean, they have a very slim majority in the House and the Senate, and there's already a few Republican Congress people who didn't like him to begin with. They just need like one or two people to flip, really, and I think that's very close to happening, is from what I can tell, because he's just completely like the thing with Greenland, for example. Like he was saying, like one day we're gonna invade Greenland. Now he's saying, oh, we don't need to invade Greenland. But like, if he actually like tries to invade Greenland, I am pretty sure he's being impeached. I mean, like I don't see how it couldn't.
Well,
happen.
he said if things don't go his way, he's still going to send in military. So it's still up in the air whether he decides to do that or not. So I'm going to send these to the Discord. So these are the two AI generated images that he shared recently on his Truth Social. These are ridiculous. They're in the general chat. Or maybe I should have put them in the podcast chat, actually. Should I have done that instead? Probably. I didn't even realize you made a podcast section. Son of a bitch. I'm an idiot. How did I not... Well, no, because it's not tied into fucking... Let me delete those. It's not tied into anything else.
You are an idiot, but that's really...
Well, I know. Well, so are you, sir. You can't even get your fucking game to run. No, I'm just...
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Rub it.
Rub it.
Embarrassing. Good
Rub it.
God. Absolutely disgusting.
I know. I agree. Stu is absolutely disgusting. No, I'm just messing. Yeah, but
Always asleep. Anything specific you're referring to? I mean, I know there's everything.
everything regarding Trump, I think.
Yeah, I'm just saying anything specific that's really like getting you hot right now.
Now I'm gonna actually quote this as well. I shared this in the podcast as well. This is a Trump quote from his Truth Social. I had a very good telephone call with Mark Rutte, the Secretary General of NATO, concerning Greenland. I agreed to a meeting of the various parties in Davos, Switzerland. As I expressed to everyone very plainly, Greenland is imperative for national and world security. There can be no going back on that. Everyone agrees. The United States of America is the most powerful country anywhere on the globe by far. Much of the reason for this is a rebuilding of our military during my first term, which rebuilding continues at even more expedited pace. We are the new power that can ensure peace throughout the world, and it is done quite simply through strength. President Donald J. Trump. I'm like, thank you, Hitler. What is that? What is that? We are the best of the best. We're going to kill everybody so that we only remain. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's pretty scary.
Any sort of Trump joke or impression just isn't funny to me anymore. Has not been for some time. He's an actual unhinged maniac.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. He is a special thing. I wouldn't even call him human. And do you know the worst part is that people will probably vote for him a fucking third term.
I don't think he's gonna be up on the ballot. But I also think I saw something like yesterday or today where it was like there's a pollster on NBC who's pretty popular and pretty good supposedly, and he
Mm.
was showing that like from the past year, Trump's popularity on like every issue has dropped like very, very significantly, like double digits. Like he would say up 5% on immigration or up 10%. And I was like down like 20%, like in terms of like 20% below average. So like I think there's always gonna be a few people who are just gonna like we love him, we don't care, but I feel like those people are
Insane.
few and far, maybe insane, but they're few and far in between at this point. Like there's not those people are not like not representative of the population of the United States. Like there's a lot of people that voted for him and thought like they're getting something good, and then when they're seeing what they're getting right now, I don't think they're very pleased about it. Yeah, of course, there always gonna be some people who are just like some schmucks or just like, oh
So
yeah, he's great, whatever. But
so when he was talking about invading Greenland, I just want to also if you go over to the what I just shared, and you go to the, so it's in the podcast section of your Discord. Look at the heart
They are
reacts.
insane. I
Look at the
am not
heart
sure how
reacts.
your opinion could not have flipped by now even if you voted for him.
Look at the heart reacts on his recent comment that I just
just go to
quoted.
sleep.
Seven hundred, hold on, 773,000 likes for him saying he wants to attack Greenland. Why is there
700,000 likes.
773,000?
Well, I was about to say there's a lot of people who have no. Okay, let's put it this way. There's some people who just are idiots and they don't read the news ever. They don't pay attention to anything, and they're just like following him like a cult. There's other people who are legitimate assholes and they're happy when he does asshole things. So like, I don't. 770,000 people. Sorry, yeah, 770,000 people sounds like a lot, and it is, but it's like less than 1% of the population of the U.S. I think. But it's not maybe not less than 1%. It's I think something. Let's see. Let me think about this. Let's ask Google here. How many people in the U.S.? Oh, 340 million. So that's less than 1 million. Yeah, it's like less than 1%. I mean, it sounds like a lot. It is a lot of people, but I don't know. There's a lot of dumb people out there, I guess. What
Yeah.
percentage of the people in the U.S. is 770 million, thousand, sorry, not million? 0.22%. I mean, not everybody's on social media either, right? But so it's not like that's. But you have to think there's like 5% of the people who are like, yeah, this guy's amazing. We love. Hang on a second. Someone's ringing my doorbell, and it might be like someone like offering to shovel my snow. So
Okay, wishful thinking. Yeah,
hang
okay.
on a second.
All
I'll
right,
be right
yeah.
back.
Tiny Tim's at his door. Excuse me, sir. Can I shovel your driveway for a chicken? All right. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys are a part of the Discord, it's in the podcast section. The three things that I shared. The one shows a clearly AI generated image of Trump in the Oval Office with all of his lackeys, and they're staring at this map of the Western Hemisphere, and it's all been replaced with the American flag. It looks stupid, and it clearly is AI generated. But Trump and Chat GPT are like the biggest thing, at least in the White House. And that's why I don't think AI will ever go anywhere, because
No other
Trump will
president would
fight
act
for it.
like that.
No, of course not, because no other president is insane. At least not to his degree, anyway. None that I've seen for the U.S. I mean, I used to think George W. Bush was a complete idiot, but I've since changed my mind about that. um, yeah. At least we have somebody who is fighting for our rights in Canada, Mark Carney, who I have never had really any issue with. I know that a lot of people hate him.
And if they did, they'd be called out. But for so long it was just, oh hi, that's just Trump, but it ain't funny anymore, if it ever was.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's really fucking up everything, and it sucks. Um, State of the World, I think that's your name. I know you wanted to discuss some things on our last my
Carney is
last
dude,
stream.
actually well spoken and smart. Crazy.
He is. He's well spoken. He's smart. He knows how to joke, which is very important in a politician. He knows how to smile and not take everything so serious, which I think helps with the general public, right? Because we don't want a serious guy like fucking JD Vance wandering around scowling all the time like a dick fuck. Um, which JD Vance pretty much is. Yeah, it's um I'm glad. I think this is the first
He's not
time.
popular here in Alberta, of course, but this place is a shithole too.
I gotcha. I didn't know where in Canada you lived. Interesting, Alberta. It's not a bad place. Alberta is used a lot. Hollywood wise, Alberta is very well loved for its beautiful settings, beautiful scenery. The Last of Us TV series was actually filmed in Alberta. Um, but yeah, for the first time ever, Carney is a political leader that I'm happy I voted for, which has never been the case in the past. I've never really found that when I voted for a political leader, I was too happy with them afterwards. So I remember when I voted for Trudeau, and I'm like, oh, this guy's an idiot. Um, I mean, I liked that. I liked the things out that he did outside of being Prime Minister of Canada, but him being Prime Minister of Canada, he was useless in my opinion. He didn't do jack shit. Um, but at least Mark Carney, and I think the important thing to note too is that Mark Carney was never political, right? He was a what was he, a CEO of a bank or something like that, or finance, no, finance minister or something of the bank of one of the banks. I think that's what it was. Um, so he was never from a political background, and
I
if
didn't mind Trudeau, but it really was just the lesser of the bad choices.
so the thing is, I find that whenever a political leader comes from a political background, generally they aren't that good because they don't have the people's best interest in mind. They only are interested in politics. They're not actually interested in the general public. That's my thought. And Trudeau came from a political background. I mean, his father was Pierre Trudeau, who was also Prime Minister of Canada in the past. Jean Chrétien, same situation. Um, it's all of our previous prime ministers have all come from a political background. This is our first prime minister, I believe, that has not come from a political background. That comes from a financial background, and therefore he knows how to. He came in at the right time because he knows how to deal with the situations with Trump and what he's doing to Canada, and he knows a way around it. If I would think that if Trudeau was still our prime minister, we would be fucked. We would be totally fucked, Canada. Because if all of this happened when Trudeau was, I mean, it started when Trudeau was our prime minister, but it didn't come into full effect until after Trudeau was replaced by Carney. And so I think that if Trudeau was our prime minister when all of the if Trudeau was our prime minister now, um, yeah, we would be screwed.
I'm sorry
I
about that, man.
So did they shovel your driveway?
Well, there was somebody that came to shovel my driveway. They're not going to shovel it now though because it's still snowing. That's what
Is
they said.
wait wait wait? Is that what? Seriously, somebody came to your door and you're joking, right?
Well, I'm serious. It's like a guy that comes like every once in a while when it snows and he offers to shovel. I used to like do it myself, but like I'm not like 20 years old
So
anymore.
so wait a minute. I'm very confused. So he came to your door knowing that it's snowing heavily and said, "Hey, do you want me to shovel your driveway? But not now because it's snowing."
I mean,
What?
sort of, because I said to him like, what's the point of shoveling it now? It's snowing, and it's still snowing, and he said, well, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to like figure out like who wants me to do it basically. I was like, okay.
You sure this guy isn't Canadian? He doesn't sound American. Most Americans wouldn't do this shit. They'd be like,
I
"Fuck
don't
you, shovel your own driveway."
I don't know where he's from, but he's a nice guy. So
That's
I mean, obviously
awesome.
he doesn't do it for free. I pay him, but
Well, no, of course.
but still, it's definitely helpful. I could send my kids out to do it, and I used to do that, but my kids are lazy too. So
That doesn't matter. You're the parent. They're not.
no, I know I send them out all the time to do stuff, but there's a lot of snow, and I don't. This guy probably has a snowblower. I think he has a snowblower. I don't have anything, so it's like manual labor versus snowblower.
Stu, you gotta learn how to be a parent. You gotta, the whole point of being a parent is to torture your kids with meaningless tasks.
Yeah, I love how this guy with no kids is giving me parenting advice. It's really great. Maybe
I'm
you
the
figure it out. Let me
doctor.
know.
I'm the Doctor Phil. Stu, you gotta, your kids, you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. How's that working out for you?
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Trump being a lunatic?
Big I mean, that's what we always talk about, isn't it? But
It feels like it is what we always talk about, and it's really
well, it's
disturbing.
unfortunate. Like, I mean, if the state of the world was a little bit better, we would have had more interesting Well, I mean, these are interesting conversations. I shouldn't say that, but we would have less Trump talk to talk about, right?
I mean, honestly, like it's just totally crazy.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, so always asleep is was saying like you know unhinged maniac and this and that.
Hmm.
He definitely seems like that. I don't want to like. It's actually crazy because like we have freedom of speech here supposedly, but like I'm nervous about what I say sometimes, to be really honest. But like I try to speak honestly and plainly. I also try not to judge people, but like the things that he is doing either are crazy or his supporters would say they're brilliant. It's like he has his master plan. He's just trying to trick people and get them to fall in line. That's what his supporters would say, but I don't see any evidence of that, honestly. My every evidence that I see just shows me that he is like he has no like filter. Basically, filter's not the right word. He never did any filter. He has no governor. Like he's like not. There's no controls that are stopping him from being like crazy. Like what's to stop me from like running outside of the street and like doing some crazy shit? Well, I'll get arrested and go to jail. But he doesn't seem to have any. Also, I'm a normal person, so I wouldn't want to do that. He doesn't seem to have any type of like controls on him, whether from his own brain or from outside
Yeah,
any outside himself. He just does whatever he pleases, and that's really not good.
it's dangerous.
Very
Um,
dangerous.
yeah. Because what's to stop him from hitting the nuke button on any place in the world?
I mean, I guess if he doesn't give a shit about anything, like yeah, I mean, what does to
Yeah,
stop him?
exactly. So I want to point us towards. I don't have the video. I need to find it, but I'm going to point us towards a video on YouTube from way before Trump was president of the United States. He was on, I think it was Conan O'Brien or something, and he literally said on there, "Do you know the greatest, the best way to run a third term in the White House is to start a third world war, because then when you start a third world war, you have no choice but to stay in office." And he said, if I was ever president in the United States, that's what I would do. He actually said that in an interview on Conan O'Brien. I think it was Conan O'Brien. It was one of those talk shows. But the fact that he thinks that, even back then, tells me that you guys are in for some serious shit over the next couple of years. Because
Why do you say you guys? You're like almost as badly affected. I mean, like honestly, you're
not
worse affected. Because
no,
like
I mean if
he's not
there's a
going to attack
third
the United States.
if there's a third world war, yes, we will be affected, of course. But uh I'm hoping that you know it won't come to that because people will come to their senses and be like, oh, this guy is maybe not a good president, and get him out of office. But the downside is, and I wanted to bring this up earlier, the downside is if you do get him out of office, guess who's running president of the United States then?
Vance.
Exactly. And who do you think is worse, Trump or Vance?
I have no idea. I mean, it's possible that
Vance.
Vance is worse, and it's possible that he's not. I mean,
It's
who knows?
Vance. Vance is the one who comes up with all these insane ideas. Vance was the one who came up with ICE.
He didn't come up with ICE. I mean, ICE always existed. What do you mean by that?
He came up with the new rules of like of I he's the one who started all of this shit. Like he's so do you think Trump's smart enough to come up with half the shit that's been done so far in the United States? Because I don't. I'm pretty sure he's not in any shape. That dude. Oh my god. Mentally he's not in any shape, obviously, but I mean physically also. Like I mean, just everything about him
Who turned them
screams
into the
nursing home.
Gestapo and made them above the law?
Always turned them to the Gestapo and made them above the law. I mean,
That would
nobody did.
I
Really.
would think that would be Vance.
They can both eat it.
I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. I'm not saying no. I just don't know. I mean, it seems like there's a bunch of people. This is really the issue. It's like he surrounds himself only with people who echo and parrot exactly what he says. If you're not like this is what you were trying to say before about the Congress. Not the Congress, but it's the cabinet is like that.
Yeah,
So
that's what I meant. Yeah.
right. So if anybody that doesn't follow his line like is gone. So all the people that are there are just
Yes,
like
yes, men.
yeah, exactly. So it's not just Vance and Trump himself, like Christy Nome and all these other weird people that are like always in the news. Like they act as if
She's
they're completely like I don't know, whatever.
she's
What are you gonna say?
disgusting. She's disgusting too. I've seen interviews with her recently. Somebody asked her something
They
in the
are all
media.
vile.
Somebody asked her something in the media or something like that, and she called them. It was a journalist, and she called them a leftist piece of shit. And it's like, uh, that's mature. Like, what the fuck? Why do you sound like a 12-year-old?
Well, before like she went to office when she was like a governor, there was a whole thing about her that she like shot her dog. You hear about that one?
She shot her dog? Why? Did it look at her the wrong way?
She claimed the dog was untrainable or
She asked his opinion and then got mad when he
That's
gave
could you
it. She's a
imagine?
moron.
Could you imagine if
How do
that's
you
how
guys feel about the ICE stuff? I seen so
I
many
just thought you
videos of
said.
people being arrested and even
So
killed.
like that was a whole scandal in the news even before she became like Homeland Security
that's
or whatever.
crazy. Could you imagine? Oh, my dog's untrainable. Well, might as well take out the gun and shoot it in the head.
Well, she was very heavily
Fuck.
criticized for it.
Well, yeah, as she
How
should
do you
be.
guys how do you guys feel about the ICE stuff? James says I've seen so many videos of people being arrested and even killed. I don't think there's so many videos of people being killed, but how do I feel about it?
Few videos of people being killed, but not a lot.
I mean, this, so this is my thing. In general, I believe in like a world where there's shades of gray, and it's not always like black or white, or like there's two choices, like the very, very, very extreme in one direction, and the very, very, very extreme in the other direction. And the problem is, like, U.S. politics is like that, basically. It's like two extremes. So first, before Trump, we had the completely open border to Mexico, where people were just waltzing in, not just from Mexico, but from every country in South and Latin America, and they were not being vetted or checked or detained, and they were getting benefits, and they were being given debit cards to go spend money and stuff like that. And this is all true stuff. And then when
Yeah.
Biden and Harris are being questioned about it, they're like, "What are you talking about? The border is totally secure." They said that for like 3 years, And then like the fourth year, when there was an election year, they're like, oh yeah, you're right, the border's not been secure, but it's the Republicans' fault because blah blah blah. They made up bullshit. So that was one extreme. The next extreme is what we have now, which is they shut the border down like completely, which I don't completely disagree with. I'm okay with them having a closed border as long as there's some way of people being able to immigrate to the country. And then they've been going and hunting down people and deporting them, which that is not by itself something terrible either if they deserve to be deported because they're criminals, or even if in some cases if they're in the country illegally, it's
Yeah.
might be legitimate to deport them. However, the way that they're doing it, it certainly seems like they're crossing a lot of boundaries, and
Yes.
it should not be crossed. And that's the problem.
Their tactics are the
Yeah, no
problem.
one's so their tactics are the problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And there's a lot of people that I know. There's people that I interact with that I'm sure that I would guess they're not legal, uh, citizens or whatever. Like, and I don't believe like those people should be thrown out just for whatever for no reason. Do I think that there should? I mean, like, I'm against the fact that like there was a bunch of people. I think we've talked about this. There are a lot of people who try to come in the country, and the government is like, no, you can't come in. You got to
Mhm.
wait 5 years, or you have to go into a lottery. And then meanwhile, somebody else just sneaks across the border and they're in. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's really not fair to the people that are waiting and can't get in. So
Absolutely.
the process is broken. And
Yeah.
what's the solution to that? I don't know.
Well, the
But I
solution to
don't.
that is not what they're doing.
Right, but I don't think the solution is to like grab people like in schools and stuff like that or whatever the hell they're
It's
doing.
insane.
I can't
Was there
even.
was a
Yeah,
recent one? It was like a 6-year-old kid who was dragged out of a school by ICE agents.
I heard about this, but I didn't actually like verify it, so I don't know. But regardless, like this, my point is, it's always like one extreme or the other. It doesn't need to be like extreme, but like that's how government appears to operate. I really don't understand it. So it is something that really is horrific, and I wish that people would just treat other human beings like human beings.
Yeah.
And
Treat
if they're
treat
going to,
treat others the way you deserve to be treated yourself.
no, not the way you deserve to be treated yourself, the way you want to be treated yourself. If Trump treated others the way he deserved to be treated himself, I think he's already doing that.
I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about everyday people. I'm talking about
Oh, okay.
people who are
I'm just saying,
sane.
I think Trump already is treating people the way he deserves to be treated himself.
No, I'm talking about
Sorry.
everyday people, like people who have steady fucking heads on their shoulders. Trump is not that.
Right.
Do you remember that there was like a video a couple of weeks back of Trump he was on like Air Force One, and these reporters were questioning him, and they found out that he had an MRI scan, and they're like, well, what was it for? He's like, I don't know. He's like, he doesn't know what an MRI scan is for. He's like saying to them, I don't know. You have to ask, the other people in the White House who helped me with it or whatever, and and then he turns to the reporter and says, but you don't need an MRI scan because you're already stupid. And then he turns to another reporter and goes, and so are you. And then the other reporter's like, what the I didn't even do anything. I'm just standing here. And then he just wobbles back to his bedroom or wherever the fuck he went. And it's like, what? What is wrong? And I made a joke well, a lot of people made a joke about it and said it's like a sitcom. You're stupid, so are you. Good night. It just goes back to his room.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's I really wonder if he has some kind of mental issue right now.
It's
I
called
don't know.
dementia. Yes.
Right, maybe something like that because it just he doesn't act like he has dementia though. That's what I'm saying. He really doesn't. He says
But
a lot of
how do you know that? How do you know that? How
I
do
don't
you
know that. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying like to me, he doesn't seem like he has
Remember
dementia.
how much
He
shit
seems
the
like
right
he
gave Biden
is
when
an
he
asshole.
appeared mentally
There's a
unwell?
difference between dementia and being
And
an
now
asshole.
Trump is off the charts and none of the want to say
Always
sh.
just remember what shit the right gave Biden when he appeared mentally unwell, and now
Yeah.
that Trump is off the charts, they're the one to say shit. Yeah,
Nobody wants
I
to
don't,
yeah.
I don't, I don't. He seems unhinged. I mean, I would agree with you there, But like, I don't think he's not in control of his actions or his faculties. He acts like, you know what he reminds me of? Like, you know, there's like a stereotype of an old man who like has no filter and they'll say whatever they want. They're like, they'll go to some young girl and they'll be like, hey babe, like, hey toots, you look hot, and they'll just be like, grandpa, they'll be like, hey, come on, I'm an old man, I can say what I want, you know, like that type of thing. Like, he's like the extreme version of that. Like,
Watch his Davos speech though. Good lord, rambling shithead.
Now he's gone to the further extreme where he's like, and I'll do whatever I want also, and I have the power to do whatever I want, and nobody can stop me. And that is extremely dangerous. Just like, it's dangerous and it's also like bad and wrong.
What Always Asleep just said, the Davos speech. I did watch a little bit of it. I didn't watch the full thing because I got sick of hearing it.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, I can't watch it anymore. It's like, I'm with you. It's like,
So I did watch Prime Minister Carney's speech, and oh my God, he got a standing ovation and everything. He had a really good speech. Like, and then a lot of American comments. So I was reading the American comments for Mark Carney's speech, and they're like, what the fuck? Why can't we have a president like this? Why the fuck are we stuck with like Humpty Trumpty over here? And they're really angry, and then they see, like, you know, Mark Carney being a civil, level-headed political leader, and they get kind of upset now, and so now a lot of Americans are like, well, I want to move to Canada. I don't want to be around this dictator anymore.
Well, Canada's a nice place. I lived there for a few years. Very nice.
Yeah. I love it.
It's definitely more normal. I mean, you had some bad leaders in the past too. Like, but
of course.
What does it say? What is Always Asleep saying here? Listen, all I'm gonna say is I'm excited to be Chinese before
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I am excited to be Chinese before American. Suck it, you yokels.
That's funny.
Or you mean rather be Chinese?
He'd rather be Chinese than American, is what he said.
That's what I assumed that, but I'm just not sure, so try to clarify.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So let's change the topic now. We've talked about that enough, I think. So, what's going on new in your life besides political bullshit?
Besides that, besides the weather, besides trying to get this goddamn game to work. It doesn't work.
Well, no, I meant something a little bit more positive.
Positive? What do you think?
Nothing, I guess. All right. Moving on. No.
I'm not going to say anything.
Which game?
A shitty one.
I've stopped watching football, so I can't be disappointed by the Jets.
I love how you just changed the topic when he asked what game.
No, I'm saying I stopped watching the NFL, so I can't be disappointed by the New York Jets anymore. So that's sort of positive. I think the Super Bowl is coming up in the next couple of weeks, right?
No. Always Asleep asked you, what game are you trying to get working, and you just totally changed.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about the football game.
Oh my god.
It's called Wanted Monty Mole for the ZX Spectrum.
All right, let's go back to talking about the football game.
Like, literally, the emulator now is saying after like it plays a graphic and then a bunch of sound for like 20 minutes, so I have to keep waiting for the sound to finish. It says "see nonsense in BASIC," like, and then it just exits. See, like the letter C.
Wait, what? See nonsense?
No, I guess like maybe the C programming language. I don't know. It says "see nonsense in BASIC," and then it exits.
Wanna talk about a crazy game? You should check out Conker's Bad for Day.
I've never played Conker's. I did try to play Conker's Live and Reloaded when it came out for the Xbox.
So I have both the original and the remake. I plan to stream them once somebody helps me get my capture card to work.
Yeah, I tried a little bit. It was alright. I remember there was like a big shit monster or something.
Yes.
At one point. It was okay. I play. You know what? So I got. You
know what's interesting?
Not the original Xbox.
You know what's interesting about Conker's Bad Fur Day is there's only 2 voice actors in the entire game.
I can't
Oh, really?
believe
The Mighty
Nintendo
Crew, yeah.
approved that
No,
game. It's
so
not kids
I actually
friendly.
won an Xbox 360 from Microsoft in a raffle. Did I ever tell you that?
James. Sorry,
Hey, hey, I'm talking to you. You just ignored me.
No, I just want to bring up quickly something James
What
just
the
brought
heck?
up.
What an
So,
asshole.
Shut the fuck. Listen, sir, fake news. All right, anyway, but James, James, I just want to bring something up quickly. Nintendo is not
Tempers are
aimed.
flaring.
No, it's not. Nintendo is not aimed at kids. Nintendo has a lot of adult games on their consoles. They have had for many years. They even had the original Manhunt games on their consoles. So I mean, it's fine that they brought on Conker's Bad Fur Day. You sound like you're angry with Nintendo for doing that, which honestly you shouldn't be. Conker's Bad Fur Day to me is a really good game. I like the movie parodies in it. It's very intelligently written.
I don't think he's
So
angry. I think he's saying
Rare
he's surprised. I
Oh
think he's saying
right,
he's
they even had a
surprised that
South
Nintendo
Park
approved it
game on
because
the
Nintendo is supposed to be
N64.
like kid friendly. It's supposed to be.
Rare, ironically, also made by Rare, I believe. Rare is a company out of England, and so a lot of their humor is very
Poor
British.
man's Banjo-Kazooie
Now,
TBH.
Yeah, Rare didn't make
Conquer,
the South Park game, did they? They did make Banjo Kazooie though.
they did make Banjo Kazooie, yes.
Yeah, but they didn't make
Oh
which
I
game were you
definitely
saying?
not, I
Ironically,
was
also
just
made Rare.
surprised is all.
The South Park game?
They may not have. I thought it
I
was
don't
them,
think
but
so.
I don't. Yeah, maybe you're right. But there's if you get the Rare Replay collection, they have the original Conker's Bad Fur Day in that collection for the Xbox,
I have Rare Replay.
and
That's
they
the only
have
reason
it.
I bought an Xbox. Whatever the hell it's called. What's
Rare
the
on
one
the
after 360?
N64 was top tire shit.
Series X or
They have an interview with the creators of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and there's only two voice actors in the entire game. All the male characters are done by a singular dude who's like a programmer at Rare, and then like all the female characters are done by a singular female. Which I think the only female characters in that were there's a few like but mainly it was Barry, his wife. That intro to that game was also really interesting about like he's just at a bar getting drunk with a bunch of army guys, and his wife's like, when are you coming home? He's like, I'll be home soon, Barry, I'm just gonna have a few more beers. It's like, the fuck. it, that game even started out very strange for a Nintendo game back then, but Nintendo doesn't even own Rare anymore anyway. Rare is now owned by Microsoft, and you will never see another Rare game on the Nintendo. Never. Microsoft is holding on to that license with an iron fist. Anyway, Stu, you were gonna say something.
well, I was going to say something? Oh, that's right. I was going to say something. What a coincidence.
Shut up.
I was saying, did I ever
Yeah.
tell you that I won an Xbox 360 from Microsoft in a raffle?
No. What was the raffle about? Was it like?
I went to a conference for work that was run
Okay.
by Microsoft. It
Yeah.
was like the Microsoft Developer Conference for something in New York
Hmm.
City. And there was a raffle there, and the first prize was an Xbox 360, and I won somehow. I don't know how, but I won the raffle. And it also came with like, I don't know, 200, $300 in credit to the Microsoft company store.
Oh wow.
So I got the
So
360 like at the thing, and then I brought it home, and then I went online and I ordered basically all the games that they were selling, all the 360 games that they were selling from the company store, which wasn't that many because I think it just come out, and there was only like first party games you could buy from them. So I got like, I remember I got Perfect Dark, which I didn't like. I thought I was really disappointed because the original Perfect Dark on Nintendo 64 is supposed to be really really good, although I haven't played it. But the
so
Perfect Dark on Xbox I did not like.
the if you have the Rare Replay collection, the original Perfect Dark is in that collection.
Well, I'll have to play it at some point. But anyway, I played the Perfect Dark. I didn't like it. I got Conquer, and I remember I thought it was okay. The game that I really enjoyed, which I was surprised at, was Cameo Elements of Power. I also got that
It's a
from
good game.
Microsoft.
Yes,
It's
it's a
also
good
a
game.
rare game.
Yes.
I think it's pretty underrated. I remember I
Oh,
really enjoyed it.
absolutely.
I have to play it at
Absolutely.
some point again and maybe
Yep.
stream it. But yeah, that was a good. I don't know if anybody's played that aside from you, but that
Yeah.
was a good game for sure. But yeah,
I
I got
like I
this,
like the shape shifting
Remember the
abilities and all
Rogue
that stuff.
Squadron games?
and then I bought Shenmue 2. I don't think. No, was that also from Microsoft? Maybe it was, 'cause they published that also, I believe. But I
What?
got Shenmue 2.
Shenmue? No.
Shenmue 2.
Shenmue was originally a Sega Dreamcast series,
No, no, I know,
and I don't know how it managed to get on an Xbox console. I never understood that, but
it was some kind of deal that. Well, I mean, it was Dreamcast went bankrupt, so like Shenmue 1 was published for the Dreamcast. Shenmue 2 in Europe was a Dreamcast game, but in the US it was an Xbox game. Was it regular Xbox or Xbox 3? I'm getting confused now. Xbox 360? I don't even remember anymore.
Shenmue 2 on the Xbox was the first time it
I'm
was
not
in
sure.
English
But
here.
anyway, the reason I'm mentioning it is because my brother-in-law had a Dreamcast, and I traded him. I lent him my 360 after I played Cameo, whatever else I wanted to play. I lent him my 360, and I borrowed his Dreamcast so I could play Shenmue on it, the original Shenmue. And then the goal was to get the Xbox back and then play Shenmue 2 on that. But the asshole never gave me back the Xbox, even though I gave him back the Dreamcast. So that Xbox I got from Microsoft, I don't have it anymore because this guy borrowed it from me, and then he played it for like 10 years until it broke. So
what the
I have a
fuck?
360. I know I have a 360 now, but like it's what I bought afterwards separately. So I'm still sort of pissed about that.
What you should do is get the Shenmue collection for the PlayStation.
Yeah, I should do that. Do I have that? I might even have it. I don't remember anymore. I never played Shenmue 3. I don't think I ever finished Shenmue 2, so I need to go do all that
Well,
stuff
you know what
again.
you should
Waste,
really do,
yeah, waste my
sir?
time
Sir?
playing to get this
No,
fucking game
no,
to work.
no. You know what you should really do, sir? Is catalog your Leaning Tower of Gamesa over there because like it sounds like you don't even know what you fucking own or don't own.
I try to do that too. Like I don't have time to do everything. It's ridiculous.
Get the guy who's shoveling your driveway to do it.
That's a good idea. I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Tell him organize from A to Z
Yeah.
alphabetically.
Ah, jeez. I'm just like so fed up already. This bullshit.
Have any of those games like fallen?
Wait a second. This might work. If this works, I'm gonna like. No, it doesn't work. Damn it! I thought it might work. I was playing with this on the side the whole time, but God.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh. It's not like we're doing a podcast or anything.
Well, it's just I can fiddle with it while I'm talking to you.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm just messing. But yeah. So new games. So I streamed a couple of days ago, guys. For those of you
Wait
who
a minute, is
may have
this a podcast?
what? Smart ass.
This is a podcast. That's funny. That's funny, man.
Always asleep's a funny guy. All right. Anyway,
He's a funny
but
guy.
he is a funny guy. All right. So I streamed a couple of days ago the Star Trek Voyager Into the Unknown or whatever the fuck it's called on the PS5 game demo. And I don't know necessarily if I don't 100% like it. I don't dislike it, but it's really weird. And it's made by Daedalic. No, not Daedalic. You know that company, Daedalic Entertainment. What? Did you say a good company?
Yeah, generally they're a good company. They made a lot of cool games.
Okay.
I think so.
They're okay. I have their
It's a German company.
I have their point and click adventure game. Oh fuck, I can't remember what it's called now.
I think it's called Oh Fuck.
No, that's
No?
the game I'm working on with you and I.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
called
right.
oh fuck. Stu wants me for his channel again. That's what the name of the game is going to be called. called.
I think it is. I like that.
No, I'm just joking. Um, but anyway, so this this Voyager game is supposed to cover the entire series of the TV show, every episode. And it's a retelling of the series. So if you haven't seen the Voyager series, you might as well just pick up this fucking game because you're gonna be playing every episode. But
It's really
it
that much detail?
yeah, well, if you go look at my stream of it, you'll see what I mean. The very first episode of the game is the very first episode of the TV series, retold in video game form. But the problem is that it's not an adventure game. It's a strategy game. So how the view screen looks is it's just the blueprint of the Voyager, as it were, like not necessarily a blueprint, but you know what I mean. It looks like
Yeah.
kind of like a blueprint of the Voyager, and you just click on all the rooms. You have to build the rooms, assign crew members to the rooms and stuff like that. All while there's like a mission going on in the background or whatever. So it's very strategy oriented, and the marketing is kind of weird because it said, "Oh, you're captaining the Voyager. You're going to be the captain of the Voyager." Well, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like I'm the fucking architect of the Voyager, building all these rooms
Hello,
and
Mr.
assigning.
America. Please don't deport me. Voice of Borat.
Hello, Mr.
Mhm.
Americas. Please don't deport me. Yes. Um. Very nice. But anyway. So it's just a weird game, but I at the same time I'm intrigued enough to probably purchase the full game, but it's not the best Star Trek game I've ever played. It's far from it. And there's no voice acting in it, at least not in the demo. But now, the Dalek Entertainment came forth and said, "Oh no, the full game when it comes out is going to have voice acting." Oh, really? So you got the cast members back from Voyager? But then they said, well, then they took that back a step and then said after they said that it's going to have voice acting, then they said parts of the game are going to have voice acting. What?
What does
What's
that
going
mean?
on? What's going on? What does that mean? Yeah, what does that mean? What does that even mean? Like I just don't understand anymore. And I when I look on the IMDb for this game, normally before a game releases, the IMDb is already, updated, telling you who the voice actors are and everything like that. But when you go for the to look up the IMDb for that game, it doesn't list any voice acting at all. So either they're lying to make sales, which
Possible.
which if they're doing that, they are now the biggest shittiest company in the world.
I take back to being a good company is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, you should take back them being a good company if that's
Yeah,
what
I
they're
agree.
doing. And
I thought they were out of business. I legitimately thought they were out of business actually because they made a bunch of adventure games and I thought they closed down after that. They're primarily an adventure game
So
company.
I have one of their adventure games installed. I want to stream it on my channel at some point because it's very very freaking good. One of my favorite games, but it's so goddamn long. If I do stream it, it would be in like 50 parts because this game is the length of a goddamn Hollywood TV
Steve, you are too
series.
quiet. Are you secretly eating calzone in the
Is that
background?
loud?
He's too quiet. What?
I'm
What
too
is he?
quiet?
Are you being sarcastic? Everybody else can hear him fine. Turn up your volume, Lewis. Nobody else has complained about his being quiet.
Yeah, whoever complains about being quiet, usually people are happy when I'm quiet.
people
True.
are people are like thrilled when he's quiet. They're like, "Oh, fucking thank God."
Exactly.
um,
Yes, I'm been sarcastic.
you're been yes, I'm been sarcastic. Borat has joined the party. No, I'm just joking. Um, yes, I am being sarcastic. Does great with his eatings of the whatevers. Um,
Have you
so
guys heard of a YouTuber called Vegan Gains? He is a psycho, but he is jacked.
What?
No.
Vegan
I,
games? He's a psycho, but he's
the
jacked.
only vegan person I watched and then wanted to shoot myself for watching was that vegan teacher, whatever the fuck her name is. I can't stand her. Oh my god, her
What vegan
attitude.
teacher?
It's disgusting. She should not be allowed on YouTube. She's a YouTuber who basically
Ha
she's an
okay,
older.
her.
Oh my god, her attitude is something else. Anybody who is anti-vegan, she just trashes on and treats them like shit and says any people who are anti-vegan deserve to die and she's a nutcase. And she's a school teacher, which is already concerning to me. But the fact that she can get away with all the bullshit she says and just basically attack everybody who doesn't follow her beliefs, to me is just disgusting. She's just as bad as a Trump supporter.
Wasn't there that lady in Canada, like a teacher, it was like a guy with like fake breasts or something?
The fuck are you talking about? What? A
Wasn't
guy
in
with
Canada?
fake breasts?
Well, it was like some guy with like some gigantic like each of his breasts was like the size of like three of my heads, basically. It was like some giant water balloons that he had under his
Those
chest.
are pretty big. If they're the size of your head, that's
No,
pretty damn big.
like three of my heads.
That's even
Wasn't that guy in
bigger.
Canada? Uh,
I've never even heard of this, Stu. Are you sure this wasn't a dream? A dream you had?
no, it's definitely Canada.
Okay.
It was let's see, where
Uh huh.
it was Hamilton, Ontario.
What the fuck?
That's
I've
where I live.
never. When was this? I've never heard of this.
It was a couple of years ago. It was 2023. I think she was finally let go. It was like supposedly a trans woman, I mean, if he or she was trans, they were definitely still male, but they were wearing these gigantic fake breasts under their shirt for some reason. You could search for it, you'll find it. But
So they taught at a school like that? Is that what you're trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah, she was a
That's
teacher.
kind of strange, but okay, fair
It
enough.
was very strange. And they didn't want to say anything because like it was like, you can't say anything. It's either you're intolerant. But meanwhile, it's like somebody who really, really wanted attention, basically, for some reason. I have no idea why.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are trans, so I'm not against the trans community at all.
Neither am I.
I'm all for it, and I always have been. But that's kind of weird, especially if he's teaching. I should say, I guess, is teaching a a kindergarten class or something like that, and
Well,
they
it's
they look like
yeah,
that.
it's
It's
like
kind
I
of
said, it seemed like this
weird.
person wanted attention, and that's what it seems like. Um,
Hmm.
there's no normal person has breasts that size. You should search right now. Like, just search for teacher fake breasts, and you'll come right away. Like that's what I just did. Like literally.
All right. I'll do it. So while I do this, what are you looking forward to in video games? Probably nothing. Is there anything for you? Nothing? Maybe?
Um, Nothing
Okay.
like that comes to mind right away. I was just reading like about some of the Game of the Year stuff. I guess there's this game called like what's it called? Claire Obscura 113 or
Oh
something like
my fucking god, what am I looking at?
that. See, I told you.
Okay,
Was I exaggerating?
okay, but hold on. Dude, what? No, this is really awkward. No,
Was
this
I,
is not right.
that's what I'm
This
saying. I wasn't exaggerating. It was like somebody wants attention.
Uh, this is, but this is not. Are you sure this isn't a comedy skit?
No, it was not comedy. It was a real crazy person.
I'm gonna share this photo, in the podcast section
What
of
happened?
of our group. That is, I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for what I'm looking at here.
That's the safe
Um,
answer. Yeah, exactly. Um, anyway, I guess like my point is that not everyone in Canada is super stable either.
Oh well, no. Not everybody is and not everybody in the world is super stable. But yes, certainly there are some special cases in Canada, of course.
I can't remember.
Like the girl with the breast the size of the moon. But
Was I exaggerating? I wasn't.
I didn't when you were talking about it, I didn't think that it was gonna be like that. I was expecting like that's just nuts. I'm
Nothing I
sorry.
said could actually prepare you for the reality of that, I guess.
No, you are correct. Nothing prepared me for that. Uh, I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words for the first time ever. I just sitting here just
Do you
very
know what we call do? Go on the podcast channel in the Discord server.
yes, I
Time
sent
for
the
a
photo.
fact.
I okay. Oh, he's asleep, you fucking idiot.
We can
Oh
always
my
count always
god.
asleep.
Right. Yeah. Uh
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
But I'm almost angry at myself for sharing that now because it's given always asleep some fuel.
Yeah, right. Well,
Holy
he needs it, I
cow,
guess.
Stu has a big fetish.
He's an outlet, so I understand.
Stu has a big fetish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's just it was Stu. I'm the one that did that.
uh,
Anywho,
all right. So the only game I'm really looking forward to. So I for those
oh,
who
so I was
don't,
trying to say, what's with that game, the Claire Obscura 113 or whatever it's called? You know what I'm talking about?
Claire Obscure one through.
Not you. I mean, it's called Claire Obscura Expedition 33. That's what it's called.
Oh, the one that won Game of the
That
Year.
French game.
Correct. I never heard of it until it won Game of the Year. Like
Well,
I heard of
it
what
won
it
Game of the
is.
Year and then it didn't win Game of the Year. It got its award taken away because they found out that half the game was made with AI.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
The developers came out and said, "Look, yes, we admit we made the game with some AI, but a lot of it was not."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, was it made by Cumulator Films?
Stu,
No,
do
but
you
it's out
like to
of
play
French.
newer
France.
games?
Oh, okay. Well, the accent you used, I thought it was Cumulator Films. I guess not, though.
No. You better be careful, sir. I'm pretty sure he subscribed to your channel.
I didn't insult him. I was just commenting on your accent.
He overdoes his accent so much because well, you know what's interesting is I got to give them props for one big thing, and a lot of YouTubers don't do this. I mean, you and I do, but a lot of YouTubers don't pay attention to their live chat.
Yeah,
They do.
true.
They do, and they always respond to everybody, which props to them because that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And I don't like these, big name YouTubers like Jacksepticeye and stuff like that who totally ignore their live chat.
Pay attention to me.
They don't even
Love
look at
me,
it.
love me.
Sometimes the live chat is so fast, though, that they can't look at it. It's in their defense on some of these
No,
channels.
that's not necessarily true because I've seen other
I'd say it's
YouTubers who have
in some cases.
I've seen other YouTubers who have just as big live chats and they still comment.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, there's a way to slow it down, right? So that it's not going boop, 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 like a mile a minute with people so that you can actually read comments. But Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and others, they don't bother with it. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Whatever you have
The
to say is
last
not
time
important.
you guys paying attention to someone, the Paw Patrol incident was born
I
lol.
think this is what he's trying to say. Like, I've been on some of those channels, not Jacksepticeye. I never watched his channel. I don't know who that is. But there's a bunch of people big YouTubers, I've been on like their live streams, and there are so many people that say stuff just for the sake of getting attention. It's like
Yeah, well, you ignore those, but
well, that's like 99% of them. Either they're just
Like
saying
I
like some
care what
bullshit,
these
or
ding
they're
dongs
saying
have
like,
to say
what's
me.
your favorite N64 game? Where they're playing like not an N64 game. They're playing something completely different, and they're just trying to get like, it's like if like whoever Jack Septic Tank, whatever the guy's name is,
septic tank.
if that guy responds to me, then it's like I'm validated. I actually exist. I somebody cares about me. I like live in a real love me.
Jacksepticeye tank.
What is
I'm
your
sorry.
favorite N64 game though?
What? Is that what you are you actually being serious when you say that, or are you just
No, I know
trolling?
it's not what you said, but I never heard of the guy. I'm sure it's some big YouTuber. I mean, I don't.
He's
I've heard.
he's from Ireland. He's really funny. In my
Oh, is
opinion,
he?
he's really funny. Yeah, he's got a great sense of
Star
humor.
Fox 64.
I never heard of him, but I'm sure he's wonderful.
He's
Oh yeah,
good.
brother.
So Luis says Star Fox 64 is his favorite N64 game.
Uh,
I take it that's not your favorite N64 game.
what? No. I'm thinking about my favorite
Oh,
N64
you're
game.
thinking about it. Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the Star Fox games. I don't mind them, but they're not my favorite. They're okay. I Star Fox Adventure. See, I'm more into like adventure games. So when Star Fox Adventure came out for the GameCube, I really enjoyed it, but I also didn't. It was like
You like Pog?
the writing
You
was
like
so bad, and the fact that like you had to like deal with these fucking dinosaurs that spoke in like fucking Klingon basically. It's just weird. I don't know. And then you had to like get a translator halfway into the game to be able to understand what the fuck they were saying to you.
Did you tell me you like the game Hog Crankers?
The fuck are you talking about? What is even that?
It's a Nintendo 64 game. I thought you said you liked that one.
I've
We are
never even
giving
heard
a
of it.
thumbs down on the stream.
Oh, it's always a Sleep Saver game.
I've never even heard of this game. This sounds like something you just made up.
Is it? No, that's
Hog
right.
Cranker
It's Hog
64.
Cranker 64. That's what it's called. You never heard of it? I think that's always his favorite Nintendo 64 game. Either that or Mischief Maker.
What is dare I ask, what is this premise of this game?
You ride a motorcycle and you have to like drive the motorcycle, but like you have to crank it manually because it's like an old style motorcycle, and you have to like drive it down the road and stuff.
Mischief Makers is a masterpiece.
No?
I'm sorry, but that is the most worst title for a game I've ever heard.
I know, I made it up.
Yeah, I figured you did. They wouldn't
Well,
allow Nintendo wouldn't allow a name like that on an N64 back then.
No. What is your favorite N64 game?
GoldenEye 007 is up there for sure.
Good choice.
I did like Conker's Bad Fur Day, if I'm being honest with you. I like the humor of it.
Needs
What
a remake.
else?
I need my cranking in 4K.
You you can crank it. You can crank it to the image I just shared into the podcast section there.
I think my favorite one was the Metroid game they released for Nintendo 64. It was
Okay.
called Metroid 64. No, it wasn't called that.
Now, have you guys heard of the Fable series? Obviously, most of you have.
The one by Pierre Molyneux.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's a weirdo. But he's the one who came up with Project Natal, which everyone said, "Oh, you're making a pedophile game."
I saw the
he's-
news recently that he's retiring, and it was after
Fable
so many
is
years
kinda
he's
average
retiring, I was like,
TBH.
"Wow, freaking time."
So the whole reason I brought up Fable is because it's coming to PlayStation. So Fable 1, 2, and 3, and 4, the
Just
latest
saying it,
one.
We're talking about N64.
Hey, Park here. Well, yeah, we were talking about N64 briefly. It was a side discussion, but you feel free to comment on that. What's your favorite
yeah.
N64 game?
You can comment on anything, and you can bring up anything. I've said this before to everybody who joins the podcast. If there's anything you want to
I tried.
discuss,
They moved on to some Fable shit. I'm a Saturn man myself.
Sega
It's a
Saturn.
Saturn man, so that's cool.
Nice. No, all I'm saying, always asleep, is that Fable 1, 2, 3, and 4 are making their way to PlayStation. They're going to be on PlayStation this year, later this year. So 4 is coming
Saturn
first.
imports are where it was at.
4 is coming first, and I think Richard.
N64 is my least favorite of the gen. Sorry.
I think for Fable 4, Richard Ayoade is going to be in it, which is kind of cool because I like him as a comedian. He's a British comedian. He was in the TV series The IT Crowd. He played Morris Moss, basically Morris Moss
That's
on The
fair,
IT Crowd.
but it has some great shit.
Morris Moss.
Maurice Moss, yes. Um, um, yes. Have you never seen the IT Crowd? You would laugh your ass
That
off,
show
Stu.
was nearly ruined
I
by the
don't.
laugh track
I
in
think
it.
I maybe watched it, but like one episode or something. I don't really remember it, to be honest.
I always thought it was funny as fuck. And then there's an American version of it, which we were not even going to talk about. The American version was terrible.
I think
Uh,
I saw the American version. I
oh
don't.
yeah,
IT Crowd
no.
rocks.
I don't
The
remember what I
IT
saw.
Crowd is amazing. Like the British version, the American version lasted for one season because it sucked monkey fuck. It was terrible. Like it was like they just ruined the British version, and I don't know. But the original British version's freaking hilarious, and it's you would love it because it's all about computers and technology and
I
everything.
don't get why they have to make international
Cool.
versions of foreign shows
Sounds pretty
tbh.
good. Sounds right up my alley.
Because America is running out of ideas for TV shows and stuff, so they borrow from other places in the world.
Yeah.
For the
Usually they'll
longest
borrow.
time, they were trying to make an American version of Trailer Park Boys, and then the the people who own the rights to Trailer Park Boys were like, no, that's not happening. We're staying Canadian. Don't
Usually they
even.
export from Canada because Canada doesn't have really any good shows. But I guess when they really run out of stuff, they have no choice.
Do you just say Canada doesn't have many good shows?
I did, but I was just kidding.
We have the
This South
greatest.
was a banger.
We have the greatest show ever. You know what it is?
The Red Bean Show.
Watching your president. Just
Yeah,
sit
I
down
guess.
with a cup of tea and some munchies and just veg out to Donald Trump talking. That's all you got to do. It's the best sitcom ever.
I do like both American and UK kitchen nightmares though personally.
Kitchen Nightmares? Yeah, it's a good show. Gordon Ramsay's hilarious anyway. Like he's funny as fuck. I
Now
have.
I'm done with the Trump show.
You're done with the Trump show? I think we all are. But no. So I have all of Hell's Kitchen uncensored on DVD. It was like a big box set that I bought a while back. Haven't watched all of it obviously because it's a lot of seasons. But I don't even think it's the complete series because I think Hell's Kitchen is still going to this day. But it's the first 10 or 15 seasons anyway. But it's so funny, it being uncensored. I remember there was like one episode where this guy was like a former Marine, and he was on
Where's
the
the lamb
show.
sauce? I have all My Little Pony on DVD, uncensored.
Where's the lamb sauce? Yeah. No, my favorite is there was one episode of Hell's Kitchen where a military guy was on, and he was I guess he got fed up with Gordon Ramsay, and so he said they were like doing the I think it was like a jacket exchange or something like that where they put somebody up from the red team on the blue team or vice versa or whatever. And he got right in Gordon Ramsay's face and he said, Lou, let's take it outside. I'll punch you out. I'll fucking knock the fucking teeth out of you, blah, blah, blah. And he went crazy on Gordon Ramsay. And Gordon Ramsay just stood there glaring at him and goes, look at you. Look at you. You're such a wanker. And he's like, it was like, and then he had security kick him out. And then he said, and then he turns to the rest of the contestants, goes, yeah, well, I've already made my choice. This cockend is being kicked off the show. But it was really funny because, well, not funny. It was really weird actually that this guy just like I don't even know if it was scripted. I don't think it was. I think this guy was like just really hated Gordon Ramsay, and
Gordon Ramsay's a little bit unstable too, or at least he seems that way.
uh Gordon Ramsay's screaming and yelling is done for ratings. He has talked about that in interviews that it's a lot of his for ratings. Because if you watch his other shows like Kitchen Nightmares or uh, Hotel Hell, he's a lot more refined.
I
He's
get it.
not
I beat my wife. It's also
he's not
rated.
he's not going around going, "You monkey." I mean, he does it occasionally, but not nearly as much as he does on Hell's Kitchen.
He's a showman.
I hear
But
you.
yeah, of course he's a showman. I remember a friend of mine went to a book signing
Gordon
for.
Ramsay is like Stu going rage mode in his demo PC games. There's
Yes.
this old documentary about Gordon Ramsay from 1999, and he did show a bit of that anger back then before he was famous.
1,999. Yes, I can pull that up. I always love when my bot does that.
Remember last night when Stu got mad at demos not working? I remember.
Yes.
I remember too. I'm getting Stu is like not in a good mood right now, to be really honest. He was definitely not in a good mood.
He's basically David Banner from the Incredible Hulk series, the Lou Ferrigno
Classic
series.
stream.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I'm gonna turn into the Incredible Stew and break my keyboard.
Getting upset.
I should just stream me trying to get games to work, playing the games, so that everybody would like turn it off in the first 5 minutes.
George is getting upset. I always loved when it was at the Summer of George episode.
It is a bad mood kind of day.
That was the Summer of George, right? That was the George Costanza episode, Summer of George. This was supposed to be the Summer of George. George is getting upset. Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to get a refill of my drink. Hang on 1 second.
All right. That was when Larry David quit Seinfeld. So the last 2 seasons. So Larry David wrote most of Seinfeld. The last 2 or 3 seasons of Seinfeld, Larry David quit, and so they brought in different writers, and that was when the series kind of like became less good. And the only episode that Larry David ever came back for and wrote for was the finale, the episode where they all go, the final episode where they all end up in jail, and like everybody comes to their courtroom that they fucked over the years.
The last 2 seasons are extra unhinged. You can see the difference. Still fun though.
Oh, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're not up to the standards of Larry David. Larry David is a comedic mastermind, in my opinion. I've always loved him. I think he's a genius. He's one of the comedy legends, if you will. I still am angry that he quit Curb Your Enthusiasm. I feel like that show needs to be back now more than ever. We need something to laugh at, and that show's gone. And it sucks because but then again, I don't think he's ever going to come back to it because his best friend who was on that show ended up dying in real life. And I remember he was really upset about it.
Man, I hope it just randomly brings it back one day, but I get it. Had a hell of a run.
Yeah, definitely did. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
Have you never watched that show? You really should. It's
I've
very...
seen a couple of random episodes. I never sat down and watched it from the beginning. It's funny. Being a muffin.
And just saying, Stu, I looked at it again, and your reactions to the casino game and the dealer almost always winning was pretty funny.
That was bullshit, wasn't it?
You know what game you should play on your channel? And if you don't have it, I can give you a copy digitally. Is the FMV game Celebrity Poker or whatever with Jonathan Frakes, Joe Piscopo, and I've streamed it already on my channel in the past. Jonathan Frakes, Joe Piscopo, and Morgan Fairchild. Why?
I'm too busy trying to get this fucking game to work.
Of course.
And I can't. God damn it. All right.
I've seen that game, lol.
You seen that game, lol?
He's talking about celebrity poker.
I hear you, man.
I like the bloopers at the
game
ending.
Isn't working.
His mentally challenged muffin game. I don't know what it's called.
Muffin game? No, I'm eating a muffin. It's not a muffin game.
Give it time. I'm sure it'll come out. sure it'll
Again,
come out for Atari sooner or later.
you could do it, old man. You could figure out the name of the game.
An N64 game would just work.
Always asleep. Tell them what game it is. Somebody must be paying attention.
Maurice Mole or something like that.
Oh, you're close now. It's called Wanted Monty Mole.
Monty Mole.
Monty Mole or something.
There you go.
Yeah. Sure, it's a Game of the Year winner, just like all the others. Well, I'm going to laugh my ass off if you spent all this time getting it to work, and then it finally works, and you go in and stream it tonight and realize it's a pile of shit, and you just wasted your time.
It's supposed to be a good game, but whether it is or not, I couldn't tell you. It might be a pile of shit.
Yeah, it most likely is.
I can't win. Cannot win.
Upcoming games that I am interested. You never answered, I don't think, my question. I asked you, is there any interesting Atari games or anything?
I said that I'm more interested in right now in stuff that's like
older.
No, not older. Like somebody asked earlier that I didn't get a chance to answer. Do I like playing newer games? I think it was Luis. I do, in theory, like playing newer games too. Just that, like, I'm like perpetually trying to get older games to work, and as a result, I don't know. I prioritize older games for some reason. It's probably stupid, but that's what I end up doing. I do like newer games. I'm in terms of like stuff that hasn't come out yet. I'm more thinking right now about stuff that has come out that I haven't played or don't have, like that Clara Obscura thing, which I heard is so good because it won Game of the Year.
Yeah, but hold on. But do you even play games like that though? Because that's a turn-based RPG.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to play that game because it's. I don't completely dislike turn-based RPGs, but it's not my favorite. I prefer like action RPGs, and stuff like that. I prefer it, or adventure type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I feel too. I'm not a big fan of turn-based RPGs, but having said that, I did pick up Baldur's Gate 3, and I haven't really touched much of it. I'm still near the beginning of the game.
If it's like the best turn-based RPG of all time, you'll try it, right? That's this obscure thing, like it won so many awards. I'm like, well, maybe it's worth trying. Also, Blueprints. I didn't buy that game because
I know what it
was
is.
like, it's a roguelike, and I don't like roguelikes, but it got so many awards and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should try it. So,
did you buy it? You didn't. You didn't.
It's sold out from IM8-bit at this point, but they'll probably reprint it at some point, and then I'll pick it up.
So the only game I'm really looking forward to, I've been looking, at what's coming out over the next little bit. And I mean, that next month, February, the new Resident Evil game comes out. I'm probably not going to get it right away, but because it doesn't look as appealing to me as previous Resident Evil games. So the only one I'm really looking forward to is in May, the new Bond game comes out, and I'm really excited to try that because we haven't had a Bond game since the PS3.
I am gonna attack my backlog for a bit. New Resident Evil should be good though.
I agree, it should be good.
Good.
Your bot, man.
I know. My bot is doing 20 different languages at once. It's like it doesn't understand. Am I supposed to be American, Canadian, Chinese? It's just all over the place.
Well, I was going to stream this game tonight, but I feel like it's not going to happen. So, unless I download it, which I don't want to do. So I may end up streaming something else tonight.
Yeah, you know what you should stream? The game that Pirate Gamer Boy has been waiting for like a century now. The third part of Phantasmagoria.
I think it's the fourth part, isn't it?
No, we haven't even done the third. We haven't even done the third part.
Yeah, maybe I could do that.
We've only done 2 episodes so far. And poor David Holm is still wanting to come on your channel, but by the time you're done streaming the first part of the game, it'll be next century. So he might not even be alive.
Yeah, don't say that, man. He's going to be upset if he hears you.
It's called sarcasm, Stu.
Phantasmagoria TBH. I've never seen any of Phantasmagoria live from you.
You also been going to bed earlier, man. What's with you? You used to stay up till like 3 in the morning. Now, like, you
Yeah.
go to bed like at 10 o'clock. What happened? I guess you got a job?
He's tired of your shit. No, I'm just joking.
Well, that may be true too, but I don't think that's the reason. Yeah. Anyway, most of these people, back to what I was saying before, like a
Yeah.
really long back.
Tired Gamer Boy 12.
Most of these people that are talking on streams have nothing interesting to say anyway. So I happen to be lucky, and so do you, that on our channels we have like intelligent people who say intelligent and funny things, and they're worth reading.
No, my
Like,
sleep
I don't
schedule
really
shifts
ever
and I
read them for the
wasn't
sake
able
of
to be
reading, unless
around when
somebody
you
new to the
streamed the
channel, then
first
they
two
say, "Oh, hi,
parts.
they welcome to the channel," whatever. But for the most part, it's a matter of just reading things that are interesting. So I get an easy job. My sleep schedule shifts and I wasn't able to be around. Okay, sleep schedule shifts. What is that? Like, what is it? Why does it shift?
For the record
I mean, on its
He
BTW,
own, it is
he
I
what it
beat the
is.
means
game in one sitting on my first playthrough lol.
I've my sleep schedule shifts a lot too. Where I'll like, as an example, it shifted last night because I was in a PlayStation party and friends wanted to hang out with me, and then next thing I know, it's 7 in the morning, and I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't slept yet. I need to go to bed.
Yeah,
And
that's
so I slept until like 3 p.m.
the record. I beat the game in one sitting on my first playthrough. Phantasmagoria.
It's been like this for like 9 years for me. I wish I could have a more regular schedule TBH, but it's tough.
I hear you, man. I wish I could have more regular bowel movements too.
What? That's so random.
I know. I was trying to be funny. Did I succeed?
You could succeeded in confusing the shit out of me with that one, but shit. Anyway,
That was funny. Good job,
huh?
man.
I'm not just a
This
pretty
stream gets
face.
my bowels moving.
The stream gets your bowels moving.
Lol.
Um, but anyway, so yeah, that's the only thing I can aside from that Star Trek Voyager game. That's the only thing I'm really excited for. I mean, they're doing you remember the Fatal Frame games? I'm sure Always Asleep knows the Fatal Frame games, but they're getting remade in Unreal Engine 5, and the first one they're remaking is Fatal Frame 2, which ironically is one of my favorite Fatal Frame games. So that's getting released, I think, in March for PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. So I'm
Um,
kind of looking forward to that.
I never played those Fatal Frames. That's like the horror games with the camera.
Yes, yes,
I never played it.
they're survival horror games, and you use the camera as your weapon of defense.
Mm. Sounds
And
very
the enemies are ghosts, and they're oftentimes the ghosts are like very fucked up. Like I remember one ghost has no eyes, she's just bleeding from her eye sockets because her eyes. There's a backstory behind what happened to her that's told in a flashback where she was abducted and she was tied to a post. They show all this in a cutscene, and this guy comes up to
It's
her,
spooky.
and he's got this mask, and the inside of the mask has these giant spikes in the eye hole, and he slams it onto her face, punctures both her eyes.
nice.
Yeah,
Sounds like a really wholesome game.
yeah, it's definitely very kid friendly, like most N64 games. No, uh, you know, it's a horror game, so of course it's gonna be scary. Well, scary.
Did
I
you ever
don't.
beat that game with the house that's like always reconfiguring itself? With the people that are chasing you and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Atari Haunted House?
No, not Atari Right House. Like it's like you have to figure out the differences in the rooms. And then there's like
No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. It's and the host is always like
House
egging you
Shift
on.
64.
what's that called?
Uh, You know what? Let me look on my category. You're gonna see this screen go blue here for a sec, guys, but you'll still be able to hear me. Um, it is called. I have it installed here. Um, no, that's not what it's called. It is called "The Devil Is in the Details."
It's again.
You have a lot of unfinished games.
I've got a lot of what?
Unfinished games. I think you have commitment
That
issues.
that is true. No, well, it's not. I don't think it's that. It's not like I
Just
don't.
kidding.
It's not
Jesus.
like I just. The problem is that new games come out and then there oftentimes there's something that I want to grab to stream on my channel, and then the other game gets pushed aside. So
I understand.
there is quite a few games that I have finished, but yes, there is
I
also
buy
quite a few
games on sale
games.
and then never play them, but I play too.
Good plan.
Plan.
But
Yeah.
you plan to, yeah. Okay, so that's a good example. So that's the way I am with DVD box sets. What Always Asleep is like
With me and
with
buying games
games.
on Steam, it's pretty much only when they're on sale low.
What Always Asleep is like with games, that's me with DVD box sets. So like I own all of Star Trek Voyager on DVD, the box set. Same with all of DS9, and I've never watched them. Never watched a single episode.
You
Uh,
stream them?
what?
Because you stream them, or you just never watch them, period?
Could I stream them? Is that what you just
Or
said?
do you not watch them, the DVDs, because you streamed them, or because you never watched them, period?
I haven't watched them. Period. I don't. I'm
Oh,
not.
okay.
I'm not
I'm very much
subscribed
a
to.
physical media collector besides games too BTW.
I don't own any subscription services like streaming services. I'm not interested in that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, why did you buy them and not watch them?
I just keep forgetting. It's the same way with like a lot of other DVD box sets. Like I have the box set of Murder She Wrote, the
I'm
entire
not a
series,
streaming guy either.
and I know that Murder She Wrote
Give me my Blu-rays.
typically is for like elderly
Losers.
ladies,
Losers.
losers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
And the whole reason I bought that box set was more nostalgia because I used to watch the series with my grandmother when she was alive, and
Cool.
so it's more of a nostalgia thing for me. But then I like watched one or two episodes, I think once, and I'm like, God damn, the show is so fucking hokey.
That's funny.
Good price usually means buy and play / watch later. Sometimes you just forget though.
Well, you really did see Deep Space Nine because it's a really, really good show, and you're missing out a ton by not watching it.
I'll never forget the conversation me, you, and Scott McAfee had on Facebook where he got so angry with you, and it was so funny. I still have that
I bought Spelunky
screenshot.
2 on sale like a month ago.
I still have
Need
that.
to play it.
I still have that screenshot saved where uh, the context was that Scott McAfee said that the show is really good and that the ending of the series was really good, and you're like, you're on
Oh, the
crack,
ending is
Scott.
horrible. The
What
ending
are
is
you talking about? It's the
I
worst
agree.
fucking ending in existence.
The
And
ending
and
is
then
really stupid.
and then Scott's like, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I need to get a phaser and shoot you on full with it. And he's like going crazy.
The ending. Okay, I'll tell you. Deep Space Nine. The first couple of seasons are like hit or miss, and mostly miss. But then
Yeah.
it picks up and starts to get really, really, really good. And most of the series is like better than the Next Generation. And the end is sort of dumb. So, but unfortunately, but a lot of it is really good. It's like more serious drama than Next Generation. Like Next Generation is more lighthearted, but it's really worth watching if you like Star Trek. So
Hmm.
you need to like get your head out of your ass and watch it at some point.
Maybe I'll do a stream. We'll put it on movie night. in your playlist, we'll have a movie night. I've always wanted to do that. Just bring in a bunch of people into a group, and then I'll host a movie, and we can all watch it on Discord together. We can all comment on it and be like, it'd be like you're at a movie theater basically, except always asleep. We'll constantly be chattering as we're trying to watch.
You could do that in Discord.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it in your
Stu's Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth? I don't think I've ever seen that one.
All my Star Trek knowledge comes from the XXX versions. Deep Space Cranking.
Deep Space Cranking.
There are some X-rated versions of Star Trek, but
there unfortunately, yes.
Mostly games. There are
some fan made porn of Star Trek, which is really weird.
Yeah, that is really weird. But that's gonna get better with AI and stuff. It's gonna be like serious porn. That's
it depends what AI app you're using, I suppose, because ChatGPT does not allow you to do anything like that at all.
Right, but there will be later on. So.
Oh, probably.
Some other stuff that will, yeah.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see porn of Shatner giving it to some Organian or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was very slutty on Star Trek anyway. It's like, I mean, even in, you know what's funny is like there was a Star Trek game that came out on PS3. It was just I've told you about this before. It was made by Digital Extremes, a company out of Canada, London, Ontario. They made a Star Trek game set in the J.J. Abrams universe, and it has the entire cast of the movie. And so you play as either Kirk or Spock, and you can play it co-op or single player with a friend, a co-op with a friend, and it's mostly on foot missions, so like away missions on planets. But it plays like it's a third person shooter, so it plays a lot like Mass Effect, stuff like that. And like there's like a scene in it where like Kirk is like, they meet a Vulcan woman named T'Pau, or I think that's her name or something like that, on a planet, and Spock's like, oh, you know, I remember you, like I went to school with you, or something like that, I think he says. And then Kirk says something like, he starts flirting with her. I can't remember exactly what he says, but it's like, it's such a deliberate flirt. And then Spock is like, really another one? How many women have you slept with now? It's like it's just such a funny scene in the game, and I'm just like, oh wow, yeah, there you go, slutty Kirk, back at it again.
Have you ever seen the documentary that William Shatner made called Chaos on the Bridge?
No.
He hosted he made and hosted a documentary called Chaos on the Bridge about the making of the Next Generation. The first couple of seasons, how like it was a disaster area. It's on YouTube for free. It's worth watching. It's very entertaining. And
but how would he know if he wasn't even involved in Next Generation?
He interviews like tons of people, like the heads of Paramount and different writers on the show, and Patrick Stewart, and a bunch of other people. Actually, one of the people he interviews is Diana Muldaur, who played Dr. Pulaski. And I was like, holy shit, she's alive still? Because this only came out like a year or two ago. She looks extremely old. And then she's actually talking about how, like, the difference between being on original series versus Next Generation. Because she was a guest star in 2 original series episodes. Were you aware of that?
She was. I thought she was a regular on the original series.
No. She was on 2 different episodes as 2 different characters. She was like the main guest star on 2 different episodes, and in both of them, she was like a love interest for Kirk. And then in the Next Generation, she was already pretty old, and she was like the old doctor or whatever. But she was talking about the differences between the different shows.
She was a replacement, a temporary replacement, which should never have happened.
Not temporary. Like, you should watch this documentary. Basically, like, they didn't like one of the showrunners didn't like Gates McFadden and just fired her basically. And she
Well,
came back with this.
that doesn't add up to what Gates McFadden says though, because on the Blu-ray box set for The Next Generation, they have like a sit down with the entire cast, and she said that she was let go because she was pregnant, and they're like, we can't have a fat doctor on the show. You need to go.
Maybe what she says on that, but like that's not what they're saying in this thing.
Hmm.
And basically, the only reason she came back apparently is because Patrick Stewart. This is probably something she agrees
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Patrick Stewart
She did
basically
say
was
that.
like, it's not happening without her, essentially.
Yes, what he actually said was, I quit the show unless she comes back.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. That's what he said on the Blu-ray box set as well. There's also on the Blu-ray box set Michael Dorn apologizing for no, sorry, Patrick Stewart apologizing to Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton for being racist on the show between takes. So he said very racial slurs on the set
Interesting.
apparently back then. Yeah, between like when the cameras weren't rolling, I guess it upset Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton, so he apologized for being an idiot back then. Um, but anyway, continue with what you were saying. So
Sounds
how
like a stand-up
what
guy.
I'm curious then. Why did they let her go? It was mainly because somebody didn't like her?
Somebody didn't like her. She got in some kind of fight with somebody. I don't remember exactly the story with the details, but you have to watch the
Oh,
documentary. But she said something to somebody, like she was very outspoken or something like that, and someone was just like, "We don't need this lady. Like, get her out of here," and they fired her. It was like Gene Roddenberry created. There was very interesting stuff. They talked about how the original plan was to have like a 2 hour pilot, which is what they did. But Gene Roddenberry wanted there to only be a 1 hour pilot, and he got someone to write it. It was the story of Farpoint Station. And
Yeah.
then the studio basically told him like, no, it needs to be 2 hours, and he was like, no, I'm not doing 2 hours. And basically the guy said like, Gene, if you don't make it 2 hours, I'm throwing you off the lot right now, and this is done. And basically he was bluffing, but Gene didn't call his bluff, and he agreed to like make the 1 hour show into a 2 hour show. And then he wrote all the stuff about he created Q as a character,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he wrote
yeah.
all the stuff about Q, and that's why that whole pilot like seems like two different shows because really it is. There's like the Q story, and then there's the Farpoint Station story, and he basically just put it together. But it's interesting because like Gene Roddenberry created a lot of that stuff, but then like as time went on, he got sick, and he basically ended up not being around, and that everything went crazy. There was a writer's strike, whatever else, and the whole thing went to shit. Anyway, you should watch it. Just take a chance to watch it at some point.
Well, I do know that for the for when there was a writer strike, it was around the time when they made those really weird episodes like Wrecker in the Insane Asylum and everything like that. And apparently they brought in like horror writers of different horror movies, and
That was a great episode.
they had a lot of people don't think so though.
Do you think it was
You
a good episode?
you and I, yes, I do. You and I may have liked Frame of Mind, but a lot of Star Trek fans are like, that's not Star Trek.
I
It's
just
a horror
rewatched that
movie.
recently. That was a great episode. Like you didn't know until the very end like what was going on. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so I like that episode. I also like
that
the
sounds
one.
appealing.
I also like the one where Data has that constant nightmare, and he has the one nightmare where he's like cutting apart Deanna Troy
Yeah,
with a
that was a little
knife.
bit weirder. It's not bad, but it's a little bit weirder because the whole thing with like what is that? Like it's a cellular peptide cake, Like that was just a little bit strange. But it wasn't a bad episode.
And then like Dr. Crusher sucking out Riker's
Straw
brain
for
matter with
sure.
a straw. It's like, what the
That's
fuck
nasty,
is
yeah.
going on? It's
That's really
so
weird.
weird.
Delicious. You know which episode I hate, by the way? I mean, it's not. It's like there's good acting in it, but I just think it's a terrible episode. The one that's called Masks.
I hated that episode. I can't even stand it.
You know what I'm talking about? Masaka is here. Masaka is coming to kill. Like, shut the hell up. Like, nobody cares. Like, just be quiet.
I didn't even.
As
I tried to rewatch that episode not that long ago, and I'm like, I can't. I just can't. It's just such a boring fucking episode, and
it's
90%
annoying.
of it is just Data wearing a mask and acting like a fucking moron.
Right, so there was decent acting in it, but it was just really annoying
I
to watch.
wouldn't. Okay, if you say so.
Decent. I didn't say
Decent.
amazing. I didn't say
I wouldn't
amazing.
even say decent, but okay.
Because I'm
I would.
being
I would say
too.
subpar at max. So
Yeah, fair enough.
apparently, also, the new Night Court remake, they're bringing back Brent Spiner and that other
Oh yeah, I heard
girl
that.
as the redneck couple,
Right.
which I'm like, damn, that's awesome. Actually,
Yeah, that is
that's
pretty cool.
that's good. He did a good job as the redneck dude on that show.
I agree with that.
I like him as a person, as an individual, as an actor. I
Have you
just
ever
didn't
seen the
like him
web
in.
show that he did,
Was it
where
like
he
a
makes
bot?
fun of himself basically?
Oh no, no, I didn't.
It's like I forget what it's called, but they did a couple of like 2 or 3 seasons of it. It's like he's like a guy who like was doing really well in Hollywood, and then like he said one stupid thing on a talk show or something, and then he was basically blackballed, and nobody wants to work with him anymore.
Oh wait, yes, yes, I know what you're
And
talking about
LeVar
now.
Burton was in it also, and he asked like
Yes,
you could borrow money from him.
yes. It was very short lived though, wasn't it? It was like one or two
It was a few
episodes.
seasons, but it was very each episode is like 5-10 minutes long. It was not very long, but it's pretty funny. Um, but yeah, it's he's a funny guy. He seems like a nice guy. He's I used to think he was an idiot because he whenever he appears at conventions, he always seems very full of himself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's always like saying, "Oh yes, so you're so lucky that you get to meet me," and like, I mean, he's joking around, but it's like not that funny. It's like just it's a little old. But yeah, he's like a nice guy.
My favorite, like, there was like you can find this on YouTube. It was like somebody filmed it on their camera, phone camera, whatever the fuck, and it was like at a convention, and they were doing a Q&A panel, and Picard's on stage, and he's taking questions from the audience, and then Brent Spiner gets up and goes to the mic. He's like, "Yes, excuse me, Mr. Picard. Can I call you Mr. Picard? Uh, yeah, Mr. Picard. I have a question for you." And it was really funny because he was like literally trolling Patrick Stewart, and I can't remember what his question was, but it was a really stupid question, of course, because I mean he was just being silly.
Those are
But
funny though. Riker does like Jonathan Frakes does that too. It's funny. It's I mean, it's
well, I'm not. Oh, I'm not saying it's not funny. I'm just saying it's interesting the kind of stuff he does.
oh, I thought you were saying it's not funny.
No, I laughed at it.
Just kidding. No, like I said, I used to think that he was like he's a little of a jerk, but it seems like they're all really good
I
friends or
think it's
whatever.
just I think it's just misinterpretation. I don't think he's a jerk. I
No, I don't
just
think
think
so.
that
I don't
people
think so
don't
either.
get his humor. That's all.
I used to think that, but I don't think that anymore. I think it's just like they're all really good friends and they mess with each other basically.
Yes, as they said in the Blu-ray documentary, they have stayed lifelong friends, and they still go out to restaurants together and dine in with each other occasionally and everything. So yes, they've
Right.
stayed. They have all stayed lifelong friends. Um, uh, I know
I just
that Patrick Stewart stated in the interview that between takes they had to use totally they had to use, they went through directors like crazy because between takes nobody was serious, and Patrick Stewart and a lot of the other actors were never serious. They were always joking around and being silly when the cameras weren't rolling, and the directors hated that. And so a lot of directors ended up saying, "Well, I'm not directing for these idiots. I'm done." And so they went through a lot of directors for the next generation, at least the first season anyway.
yeah, I hear that. This might be a good time to wrap it up because it's been like over 2 hours, I think, and
Yeah, no, that sounds good. But so Stu's probably going to stream something on his channel tonight, guys. Possibly, and so tune into that on his channel, Stu's Game Reviews on YouTube. And I obviously am not going to stream anything tonight because I don't normally
It's
stream
gonna
this
be
late.
epic, whatever it is.
It's going to be epic, whatever it is. Possibly, yes. If it's this Morris Mole game or whatever, probably not. But
get the freaking thing to work. It'll be
if
nice.
it's Phantasmagoria, it'll probably be epic. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight's episode of the Paintcast. It's always great to have you here. And remember, if you want to bring up any kind of a conversation, whatever is bugging you, whatever is not bugging you, even if you want to bring up the latest games you're looking forward to, you're always welcome to do that on the podcast. We can discuss whatever you want to talk about. So please do that in future streams when we do the podcast. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Always asleep. James, Pirate Gamer Boy, Eye on the World, I think his name was, and Lewis. Great to have you guys here. And please join in for future podcasts. But yeah, again, Stu's going to do something on his channel tonight. I'm going to be.
Thanks
I'm
for
done.
the stream, guys.
I'm done streaming for tonight. You're very welcome, Lewis. Thanks for tuning in. I'm done for tonight, but I will be back over the next day or so with another live stream of some kind. Yeah, and that'll do it. So thank you once again, guys. Have a fantastic night. If you're in an area that is infected with the snowy weather in the U.S., I hope you guys stay safe and stay off the roads if the weather is bad. Stay home. Your life is not worth
Well,
risking.
I'll just say that GTA 4 question I asked in your last stream was really dumb and I was kinda embarrassed over that. Wasn't thinking, Ab.
What? I don't remember what
It wasn't-
GTA
wasn't
question.
Did you say you had like a voice part in GTA or something? Like
Oh, yeah, he was asking if I had sound clips for my voice acting from GTA, and I just explained to him that you
What?
can't keep the sound clips. It's no, it's not. It wasn't. I didn't find it a dumb question. You just didn't know. That's not a dumb question, dude. Don't
It's not a dumb
don't.
question. Only dumb people.
The only dumb questions I ever get asked are
After
from
I asked,
Stu's
I was
game
immediately
reviews.
like, "Durr."
Thanks.
I'm joking, of course. But yeah, no, it wasn't a dumb. I didn't find it a dumb question at all. Actually, I mean, you just didn't know, and that's fine. I mean, yeah, it's not a big issue. But yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. Like I said, if you're in an area with a lot of snow and the storm is happening, stay off the roads. Remember that your life is more important than a job. So if you're in an area that has really bad weather, you should feel obligated to call in and say like, hey, I love the job, but I also love living. So anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight. Yeah, exactly. Well, you work from home, don't you? So you should be fine.
Yeah, our work actually sent an email saying like, even like yesterday, like think twice before you come into the office, basically. Which I appreciate that. So
Well, at least they care about that. Apparently, they don't care about much else.
they don't want any lawsuits on their hands, so
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody wants a lawsuit on their hands.
probably not.
Yeah. But that's going to do it for tonight. I'm just going to quickly end this painting before we go. So we'll talk a little tiny bit longer just so I can end this painting. I don't like to just end on a painting that's almost finished because that's kind of silly. But yeah, I am surprised that there isn't a lot of games out.
Finish your masterpiece.
My masterpiece. uh, I am surprised as there's not many games out this year so far. Everything got delayed. Rockstar did. I also want to bring this up quickly. Rockstar did say that they're going to have a upcoming meeting in April on the state of GTA 6 and the new potential release date. So what that means is that the game is likely delayed into 2027, as I predicted. Yeah, it's probably not going to be out this year. So that'll be in April when they announce new details as to the release date of GTA 6. Now a lot of fans are saying, "Oh, well, it's them announcing that they're going to release the game earlier as planned." How many game companies do that? I haven't met a single game company that has come out and said, "Oh, actually,"
throwing in the towel.
Yeah, I haven't met a single game company that has said
GTA 6 is officially canceled.
That'd be funny.
That is funny.
That would be hilarious. There'd be like mutiny in the game community for sure if that happened.
Yeah, funny, but not true.
Yeah. So so it looks like it'll be delayed until 2027, which unfortunately is sucky. But a lot, like I said, a lot of fans are like, no, they're gonna release it earlier. That's what it is. Like, no, that's never happened. No game company in existence has said, oh, by the way, remember how we delayed the game? Well, we took it back. We're actually releasing it now. No, I've never heard of that before. So it's gonna get another delay. Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. We finally finished this blob of a masterpiece. So there we go. Edit art is always really interesting.
I mean, they did release the Saturn early in the US, lol.
So after you finish painting them in your colors, I don't know if you guys know about this here. When you go to edit art, you can actually erase all the colors and paint them in your own colors. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Have a fantastic night. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. And we'll be back we're going to be on Stu's Game Reviews later on, but we'll be back on my channel within the next couple of days with another stream of some kind. And I hope you guys tune in for that. Take care and have a fantastic night. Again, stay safe. Don't go out if the weather's really bad. Stay home and game. And that'll do it for tonight, guys. Take care.
Have a good night, everybody.